We obtain the text of a private conversation. This is a reconstruction based on an anonymous leak, released in the public interest. We have many more like this. Subscribe and hit like to hear them first. Let's begin. Trump. Jasmine, listen. No cameras, no headlines. I am asking you not to take this public. There are families, there are staffers, there are people who did not sign up for a spectacle. Give me space to fix this quietly. You do not need to feed the wolves. Jasmine. The wolves are not outside, Donald. They live in the shadows where you moved the goalposts. You want quiet because quiet has always protected you. Not tonight. We are not dimming the lights so your mess looks like order. Trump. You are building a bonfire out of rumors. This is about national steadiness. Numbers move markets. Statements spook households. If we talk like adults, I will open doors. I will show you the process. Just do not turn it into a public execution. Jasmine. Spare me the hymn. You leaned on independent offices to soften ugly reports. You tried to swap out watchdogs for cheerleaders, and now you are flirting with a special count to rewrite reality. You call that steadiness. I call it rigging the altimeter while the plane is in the air. Trump. Discipline is not rigging. Every administration shapes policy around data. I will admit this much. Sometimes staff overcorrect. That is why I am asking for discretion. Let me straighten it out without the theater. Jasmine. Theater is what you did when you sold slogans as policy. This is an audit in daylight. You do not get discretion after you spent years treating transparency like an optional accessory. Own the truth, or it will own you. Trump. You want truth? I will give truth. I fought for the people who believed in me. That meant taking hard calls, sometimes from the back of the house, because the front was a firing squad. If you go public now, the country will be the one bleeding. Jasmine. The country bled every time you treated independence like insubordination. You are not shielding anyone's family. You are shielding your brand. Families pay when leaders twist the meter, when prices jump and trust sinks. That is not abstract. That is a receipt at a grocery checkout. Trump. You want to humiliate me. Say it. You want your clip, your victory lap, your trending moment. Fine. Take the win. Just do not torch the roof while you dance on it. Jasmine. Humiliation is silence dressed as courtesy. I am not here for a clip. I am here to slam the door on a habit. The habit is simple. Make the numbers obey the narrative. Punish anyone who refuses. That habit ends where my voice begins. Trump. Then tell me what satisfies you without turning this into a circus. I will consider oversight. I will consider changes. I will consider a more open protocol. You get your safeguards. I get time to implement them. We both claim sanity. Jasmine. No deals. This is not a bazaar. There is the public interest and there is your interest. Tonight, they part ways. You ask for time like it is a noble idea. It is just another word for stall. You ask for privacy like it is compassion. It is cover. Trump. I am not your villain. I am a former president, a candidate, a father. I have half the country's hope on my shoulders, whether you like it or not. If you blow this up, you do not just hit me. You hit faith. You hit calm. Jasmine. Faith and calm are not fostered by cooked books. They are built by honest measurements and leaders who can take a punch from the truth without trying to muzzle the referee. You want calm? Stop jamming the alarm and fix the fire. Trump. You have no idea what it is to live with a camera aimed at every breath. Every stumble becomes a crime. Every rumor becomes doctrine. I am asking for one thing I rarely ask for. Mercy. Jasmine. Mercy is for the powerless, and you are not powerless. You are practiced. You dial a donor, and the room rearranges itself. You hint at revenge, and careers go cold. You ask for mercy because you lost the mute button. I am not restoring it. Trump, then at least be fair. Give me a day. Let me replace reckless people, lock in a clean framework. Let me speak before you do. Do not hang me first and call it fairness later. Jasmine, you had years. You ate calendars. You burned clocks. And when the hands finally pointed to accountability, you smashed the glass. There is no day left to borrow. The only thing left is daylight and a microphone you cannot confiscate. Trump, I have delivered for this nation. You cannot erase that with a monologue. Jasmine, delivery without honesty is counterfeit. People can smell the varnish, and they are tired of choking on the fumes. You built a house of mirrors and called it a palace. I am walking in with a hammer. Trump, you will break trust. Jasmine, trust was broken when truth became negotiable. What I will break is the habit of treating public facts like a private toy. You do not get to lock the pantry and sell the crumbs as charity. Trump, if you do this, the backlash will be nuclear. You will light up your side and ignite mine. The center will burn. Jasmine, the center is already ash when both sides live on spin. The only fire that cools this down is honest heat. Say what happened. Say who pushed whom. Say where the numbers were needed. Say it to the people who paid for the oven. Trump, I will be crucified. Jasmine, not by me, by your record. The nails were forged the day you decided truth was a prop. All I am doing is lifting the curtain. Trump, you wanted tough. You got it. I can take the hits, but do not drag my children into it. Do not make them read headlines that taste like blood. Jasmine, I do not need your family to make a case. I need your conduct. If you want to shield them, stand up in daylight and say the words you only say in private. I pushed, I pressured, I preferred loyalty over accuracy. Then tell them what you will not do again. That is how you protect the people you love. Trump, you will not grant me even a sliver of grace. Jasmine, grace is earned. You are asking for a discount. There is no coupon for integrity. You pay full price or you do not buy in. Trump, you have made up your mind. Jasmine, I made up my mind when the line between state and self became a chalk outline, when independent meant expendable, when a report became a campaign ad if the adjectives were kind, and a lie if they were not. That is the moment this conversation was inevitable. Trump, then let me say one thing on the record to you. I did what I believed would keep the country stable. Jasmine, stability that hides the truth is just a calm before a bigger fall. You want to be remembered as strong. Prove it. Walk into the light and say the hard thing first, not last. If you cannot, I will. Trump, do not release it. I am asking you, simply and plainly, do not take this public. Jasmine, I am not releasing gossip. I am releasing gravity. People deserve to know why their trust is thin, why their checks are heavier, why every chart looks like a trick. They deserve to know who decided that numbers should bow. Trump, this will follow me forever. Jasmine, that is called accountability. It follows all of us. The difference is whether we walk or keep running. Trump, you win then. You got your demolition. Jasmine, I do not need demolition. I need foundation. Demolition is what dishonesty does when it collapses under its own weight. My job is to make sure the rebuild is steel, not smoke. Trump, so that is it. Jasmine, that is it. The next voice you hear will be the people's. Do not say I did not offer you the one honest exit. Tell them yourself. If you choose silence, I will choose volume. Trump. Jasmine. Jasmine. Conversation over, Donald. The truth goes out.